Welcome back, Hextra. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Mondays. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Better World Generation mod. This is a really cool mod which I found. And you know when you go into more world options, there's usually just there's like two different world types that you can do, usually flatland and default. Well, now there's even more. There's those two as well as beta, so if you want it to look like it used to look like in beta, without like as big mountains and all of that, you can even go back to alpha and survival island. So if you're looking to do the adventure map without having to download it all the time, then you can click on that one. There's also survival skyland, which is the Skylands, and also the sky dimension, which is basically, I think the sky dimension, I think it's like the world which is above Minecraft, and Notch accidentally put it into the game, which you can still get to it, but you need like a plugin to get to it, and it like never goes day. But I'm going to review each of these worlds, and I'll see you in the beta world, so see you in a minute. Okay, so the first world is the beta world. Now, it isn't really much different from what the worlds are like at the moment, but I've noticed that the mountains aren't as like tall as they are in the new Minecraft. So if you want to look for a new world which you don't want as many mountains on, and I think, I'm not particularly sure about this, but I think the biomes are a bit smaller as well, but I'm probably wrong, but I might be right about it. But as you can see, like the transitions aren't as good as they are in the new Minecraft, and the mountains aren't as big, and there's also like a few like cool structures as well, but not as cool as the new Minecraft is. So if you're looking for the older Minecraft look, then this might be the world for you. But now I'm going to move on to the alpha world, so I'll see you in that world. And here we are in the alpha world. I've noticed that this was before the huge biomes were introduced. So now that there's like little biomes, like this little sand biome here, where in the new beta, or it's not beta anymore, is it? In the new Minecraft, they'd be much more bigger. So there's little small biomes now, like this mini sand one here. And I noticed something a bit weird when I was flying over here. There's a mushroom in a tree. I'm not sure if that was in alpha, but if it was, make sure you comment down below to let me know that it was in alpha, because that was really weird when I came over here. But yeah, there's not really much different. I've noticed there's a few more trees, as you can see, because now the trees are a bit more spaced out. But there's not too much change in alpha. I thought there'd be a bit more. Actually, this looks kind of weird, doesn't it? There's like no sand where the water is, like in the new Minecraft. There is those like mini beaches, and it seems to be a lot more shallow near the edge as well. So there's not too much change, but there's a bit of change with the alpha world. But I'm going to go on to the other worlds now, which are much more different than your normal Minecraft would be. So I'll see you in those worlds. Now here we are on the survival island world. The really cool thing which I found about this world is when I spawned, I turned around to find this chest, and if you look in the chest, there's some items to help you survive. But I noticed that there's no wood, so I don't exactly know how you'd use those items for use, because they don't give you any wood either. But I suppose it's pretty cool, since you could keep making a world until you find one with grass and trees. And I really like the idea of the chests when you spawn to help you get started out. So yeah, it's a really cool world if you're looking for a challenge, but I'd suggest that you try and get one with a tree in it, because if you don't have any wood, it would be kind of hard to play it. Unless you're in creative, but there'd be no challenge in that. So let's move on to the next world now. And here we have the survival Skylands. I gotta say, this is absolutely insane, this world. If you're looking for a let's play to do on this world, I'd highly suggest it, because it's really cool which is here. There's like huge overlaps, or whatever you call them, over the mountains, and there's huge waterfalls that go down which look really nice. And also I noticed that when you fall off, you fall into the void, so make sure you don't fall off this world, because there's probably not a chance that you're going to live if you fall off. And if you look under these, like the mobs spawn really fast, because there's loads and loads of mobs under here. So I found that really cool if you're looking for a challenge. And there's quite a lot to help you survive, but I thought this was really cool, this world, and I highly suggest getting this mod if you're trying to find a cool map or cool worlds to survive on. Except there is a few glitches with this, but they're not really that bad. It's probably Optifine, I'm not really sure about that. But it's not very buggy, this mod, and it doesn't really drop your FPS that much. So let's move on to the final world type. And finally, here we have the Sky Dimension world type. This is really awesome, much like the other one, except that it isn't as survivalish, since the world does go on forever, unlike the other one which stopped at a certain point. But this is really cool. It's a bit less, you know, a bit less epic than the other one was. There's not as many huge caves, not as many trees or anything like that, not as many overlaps over the mountains. But this was really weird, which I found down here. There's a sugar cane in the middle of a waterfall. I'm not sure why that happened, but that's pretty cool, I suppose. And that zombie just fell to its death. Much like the other one as well, you can fall into the void as well, so make sure you don't fall off the edge of this one. And there's quite a lot of ores in this world as well, and if you like you don't have to dig down to actually get to the ores, since you can build yourself down to try and get the ores. So yeah, that's about it for this week's Mod Mondays. I really hope you enjoyed it. To show your support, make sure you leave a rating so I know that you enjoyed it, and the link to this mod will be down below, so if you want it for yourself, make sure you download it. I'd probably rate this mod about a 9 out of 10. I wish there was a bit more world types, and I wish that there would be wood when it's spawned into a sand survival island, but other than that, it's a really cool mod, and I'd highly recommend it. So I'll see you in the next video, Hextra. Goodbye.